Hey, it's Jack, no K, Jack in the Attic. Today I just want to talk about beginning my warm weather knitting for the year. I'm filming this in the future, so I know I really just started and finished one piece. This is going to be a really casual vlog style video, so I'm just going to show you what I get up to in approximately a week. Okay, it may be fully nighttime, but it is warm weather knitting season currently, actively. I am beginning my warm weather knitting. I have finally started. That's right. I'll have to show this to you in the daylight. It's the Signs colorway by Savannah Rose Handmade. It's, I'd have to double check the contents, but I think it's like a linen bamboo blend. Something like that. And I am knitting the outline tee by Jessie Maed Designs. I'm this far. Honestly, I hate knitting twisted rib, but this is only half twisted, so it's not that bad. Almost done with the ribbing. It's supposed to be 1.5 inches. I did gauge swatch, but I did like an air dried gauge swatch, and I know how I am, and I'm not that careful, and I'm gonna put it in the dryer, so I did size up my needles, just knowing that linen shrinks a little bit. So it is looking pretty loose and pretty airy, but it is intended to be a summer top, so loose and airy is what I'm going for anyway. I will keep you updated.
I'm a journalist. Mostly profiles and
Where'd you go to school?
SUNY Potsdam.
Okay, I've kind of stopped considering myself a new knitter at this point, but I'm still so pleased when I understand completely what is going on. For example, the dropped stitches in this pattern, I was not positive how that was going to be set up, but it's just an increase and a decrease. So that you can drop the stitch that was increased and it's not part of the original cast on and it won't unravel all the way. I'm just pleased to understand that without having it explained to me. Imagine me clapping my hands in oafish delight. That's what's happening right now. It's 2 evenings later, and the sun is still kind of out. The wind chimes are going crazy. It's gonna storm. Here's where I'm at. I'm loving the way the color is working up. I like the subtle variegation. It's super cool. I do like that it's working up pretty loose gauge. That's what I was going for. Very happy. I think this is gonna be a really good summer piece. And it is. Sometimes a yarn will not feel super soft in the skein, but then when you start working it up, it feels a lot softer. This is one of those. It feels so much softer knit up. And it wasn't like scratchy or anything. It's just even nicer than I knew, you know? So, fun surprise. The night I started making this, I also decided to rewatch White Lotus. So this piece is going to be mentally connected to the White Lotus for me. And why did I start rewatching the White Lotus? Because Mike White was on Survivor again. Excuse me. Oh my god, come on. So, I'm thrilled to be in a section of, okay, alright, no. Anyway, oh my goodness. Very excited to have, well, like 8.5 inches of stockinette to knit. Or, no, it's supposed to be the whole project length. I don't know. I have some amount of stockinette and I'm happy about that. I am just furniture to you. Don't copyright strike me. I forgot to press skip intro.
I have weed.
Okay, actually, I just remembered it's Survivor night, so I'm going to watch Survivor instead. Season 50. It's tornado time, so I'm knitting in the bathroom, the only room without windows. This is what it looks like in bathroom lighting. I just filmed an unrelated video, otherwise I would not be dressed. I have one or two things to do today. Kansas City Goth Coffee is holding another swap meet. I haven't been to one of the swap meets for, oh my gosh, okay, the last one I went to was in March of 2020, so I haven't been in a while. And that was maybe the last thing I did in that version of the world. Another thing, kind of more crucial, I found a baby raccoon. I have been following the instructions of a local wildlife rescue to try to reunite it with its mother. Has not worked. I'm not a raccoon expert. I don't know if it's injured or anything like that. It doesn't seem to be injured, but I really don't know anything. I can't emphasize how much I do not know anything. We have, luckily, multiple, like really, really good local wildlife rescue and rehabilitation centers around. So one of the nature centers called me while I was talking, called me back. Okay, I'm taking a baby raccoon to the nature center. We did like everything that was recommended to get this baby back to its family. I feel like any type of interaction with wild animals is gonna be a little controversial, but I promise you I followed the instructions from the experts, and now they're telling me to bring it in. I'm gonna bring it in. But you get to see a little tiny baby raccoon. It's so cute. Okay, it is handled. I am at Lakeside Nature Center. They took over. They were super nice and seemed very knowledgeable, and they are highly recommended. This is where Operation Wildlife told me to go because I'm on the Missouri side, and they were great. I need to make a donation to them. I'm gonna do that before I forget. So just to clarify from earlier, this is not a situation where we saw a baby and immediately intervened. Do not ever, ever, ever handle wildlife without instruction from professionals, obviously. That's the end of the story, I think. What a weird side quest. Okay, I drove to the thing, but I couldn't find parking, so I left, and now I'm home again. So to not feel like I wasted an outfit, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm not sure where this clip came from or how long I've had it, but I know I haven't put it in a video, so I'm going to put it here to prove that I'm still spinning, even though I didn't actually do it in the middle of this video. This feels like a soft launch of the yarn because it is dark and it is indoor lighting, so you really can't see it. But here's what I just took off the e-spinner, or off the Nitty Naughty, I guess. It's been done and sitting on the e-spinner for a couple of weeks. I really hate winding yarn on the Nitty Naughty. I don't want to invest in anything easier, so this is just how it's gonna be. Anyway, I do have a towel long enough to actually stretch it out, but I prefer to just kind of plop it and let it dry like this, and I'll flip it in a few hours, you know? Anyway, still spinning. It's tomorrow, as it always is. Anyway, the yarn that I spun is drier. I'm not even gonna say mostly dry. It's dry enough to show you in the daylight so that you can see it. This one is a gift, and it's so good that I might buy this fiber again. The fiber is on the screen, because I don't remember. This is an update unrelated to yarn at all. I went to the gym for back day, and can someone please tell me how anyone under 5'6" is supposed to lift the hex bar out of the stand that holds it upright. I dropped it and I hurt myself a little bit. I caught it with my shoulder, but I dropped it on my shoulder. Anyway, 205 for 4 reps, that's fun. And here's where I'm at on the top. If I remember right, I'm at like 5.5 or 6 inches, so we're really getting there. It's supposed to storm today, so it's not as light out. Oh, hi. Why are you crusty? Everything is loud tonight, but I did want to say I have split for the front and back officially. It's another storm night, so I'm watching a live stream of the weather.
If this thing starts tightening up and we see an occlusion of the rotation coming up towards Columbia, then we'll change our tone a little bit. But right now, the advice is stay indoors, get to your safe spot, be there for about 30 more minutes, and you'll be fine.
So the pattern mentions that some people have looser tension knitting flat than knitting in the round, but that is actually the opposite for me. I don't know if you can see that it's actually tighter for me when I knit flat, and that is because I purl with too much tension. I purl weird, you've seen it, and I purl tight, and I'm actively trying to loosen my purl stitches for this panel and for the rest of the project, honestly, and it seems to be going okay. I don't know if you can... I don't know. I'm doing my best. I'm sure it'll be fine. I am still just really appreciating this yarn every time I look at it. The colors are so cool. One more thing I forgot to mention, I did add about an inch and a quarter of length to this part of the body. Once again, this is partially linen. I know it'll shrink a little bit, and I want it to be cropped, but not too cropped. So hopefully that extra length will keep it the size and shape that I want it to be after I dry it, because I will, again, definitely give up and put it in the dryer. Okay, can we talk about the Swan Show video for a moment? Because I had to change the comment settings on a video for the first time ever. No one was being mean, but I want to talk about a few things. First of all, I should have put a picture of the original, the sample. I should have put the Ravelry pictures up on the screen so people could see it's shaped like that on purpose. It turned out the right shape. I got a lot of comments with suggestions on how to fix the bottom. There's nothing wrong with the bottom. The only complaint I had through the whole process was about the fit of the shoulders. It was not the way I knit it. It was not like anything went wrong. It's designed like that and it just didn't work out for me. That doesn't mean anything's wrong with the design either. It's just not a thing that works for me. It's like you can buy a pair of shoes that are your correct size and they can still fit weird and just not be right for your foot. I feel like when you're not making your own clothes, that's really obvious, but when you are making your own clothes, it needs to be said explicitly. It was so early in the process that I could not have tried it on to know that until I was kind of too far to feel like going back would be worth it. One thing I totally neglected to mention that's very important, when I added the 20 stitches per sleeve to make the sleeves wearable for me, I did subtract those stitches from other body increase rows. So I ended up with the correct row count. Row count? Stitch count, not row count. I ended up with the right final stitch count. I made sure. And yes, I blocked it twice. I didn't show the first block, but I talked about the second block, and that fixed it. Getting a lot of feedback on how to fix things that I have not complained about. Getting a lot of suggestions to try things I already talked about doing. It's fine. It worked out fine. I don't love the shoulder fit. I thought I was having a relatable moment with the freaking out until the last second when you find out everything has been fine the whole time. Some people definitely agreed. Some people have definitely had that experience. I was really eager to get this video out and away from me because keeping track of that many little clips for that many months was really stressing me out. So I feel like I neglected some things in the video that would have been helpful for everyone. So just consider this the FAQ. This is a little bit impossible to show. Part of it's just my lighting, I'm sorry. I have officially started the decreases for the front left side. That's my update. I haven't given an update in a couple of days. So far, this is going really well. I think it's extremely simple so far. I think this might be a good, first project with shaping if you haven't done that, if you're a new knitter. I think all of Jessie Maed's patterns are really well written and easy to follow, so maybe I'm biased. Here it is in the daylight. Sorry, I'm holding it so weird. I just want to show the colors. So cool. I finished the front left a couple nights ago, and I didn't get to film the dropped stitch, but I just finished the front right, and I get to show you the dropped stitch. I don't know how to do this most efficiently. Okay, maybe now you can actually see it. Sorry if I cut out a little bit. It was not actually interesting to watch, I promise. I'm sure I should be using a tool. There we go. This yarn sticks to itself a little bit, so that was not quite the satisfying moment I was hoping to provide. It is done. I think I get to do that, 4 more times? I think it's on the front twice, sides twice, and back twice. I need to double check that. I'm at the point in this process where I don't remember what the original thing looks like because I haven't looked at the picture in a minute. Hello, it's been a couple of days with no updates because I've just been knitting a flat panel on the back. I am supposed to knit 8 or 9 inches. I need to double check the pattern. It's something like that. Up from the armhole split. And my perception of distance is bad, real bad. I have no clue. This is why I got a gauge swatch ruler tattooed on my arm. Okay, so not 8 or 9 inches. Okay, we'll keep working on it. Ooh, this might be the best lighting of it so far. Okay, this is a really, really casual, unprofessional video. Are we all on board with that? It's too late. I already know. This is a great visual, super clear what I'm trying to show. You don't even have to tell me. I know I'm such a professional. I have moved on to the short row shaping on the upper back. We're really getting somewhere pretty quick. This is a very fast knit, turns out. I still think even with these short rows, this is still relatively beginner friendly. I think if you've mastered increases and decreases and you want to move on to something with a new technique, I definitely just lost a stitch there. I'll get it, don't worry, it's right here. Yes, short rows, not super complicated short rows. Again, I think all of Jessie Maed's patterns are written really well. That's my update. It's gonna get dark soon, so probably my last update for the day unless I move on to the sleeves or something. If I finish the body, I will tell you. It is entirely the middle of the night, but I said I would update if I connected the back and shoulders, and I did. I think all that's left is the little sleeves, which are actually just ribbings, more like sleeve cuffs, weaving in the ends, and blocking. This is definitely going to benefit from a wash. I want to see all the stitches even out. Unrelated, I'm currently watching the M to the third knitting a ranunculus against my will video. Now I'm like, do I want a ranunculus? Do I want to knit a ranunculus? Is it required? It might be required. I don't know. I've definitely heard a lot of mixed reviews. So I'm excited to see how hers turns out. I'm back. It's me from earlier. It's me again. I finished the top last night. I got kind of tunnel vision and I had to finish the little sleeve cuffs before I could go to bed, and then it was 12:45. So sleeve cuffs done. I need to weave in 1,000 ends. It's not actually that bad, but because it's not wool, it's going to feel like weaving in 1,000 ends. Plant fibers, I think that's their major downfall for me. And not all of them, but sometimes they can be harder to weave in the ends because it's more slippery. Wool really sticks to itself. But I'm not going to do that right now. I haven't really been out of my home in a couple of weeks. So I really want to walk around and I want to have a coffee on a patio, and I can make that happen today. It's high of like 64 or something, which is perfect to me. So I'm going to go do that. And then tomorrow, when it's going to be 80 degrees, I can wear my new top. Good plan? Good plan. I had to ask if the patio was open because all of the cushions for the furniture are not out here, but there are seating options that are totally fine. And it is open. I'm not just imagining this. I'm the only one here. It is now time to perform my quarterly walk around Michael's, even though I don't need anything and may not even buy anything. They got me with the clearance yarn. I swear this never happens, or at least I've gotten better about it. They got me with colorful acrylic yarn. Two things I'm not really known for, but I love a muted green and purple so much. They got me. This was designed in a lab to get me. What am I going to do with this? Why did I buy two of them? Who am I? How fitting is it that I just finished weaving in all my ends and I threw my top in the wash because I know I'm going to wash and dry it in the machines. And I am on the last episode of the season of The White Lotus that I've been watching while I knit this, and it's about to end. So how long does this top take to knit? Approximately one season of The White Lotus. Great. And now it's evening and my top is done and I'm going to show it to you, but before I do, more thoughts on the Swan Show. Even more thoughts. So first of all, I changed the comment settings to whatever. You have to be subscribed for a day to be able to leave a comment. That fixed everything. It fixed everything. So all of my previous complaints, ignore them. A normal person would simply edit them out of the video, but this one I've been editing as I go, so it's way back there. I don't know, where it's already done. Second thought about it, I did realize I even showed you this image without talking about how there is no measurement provided for the shoulders. So if there was one thing I could ask the designer for, it would be that. So other than that, I think there's nothing wrong with the pattern. There's nothing wrong with the design. I don't think I necessarily did anything super wrong. But you've sat through enough of me talking about the Swan Show. I will now show you my finished outline tee. It is really wide on the shoulders, but I think when you see it, you're gonna know it's the perfect warm weather, throw over other stuff top. Let's take a look. Okay, and I was completely right. Once I threw it in the dryer, this yarn softened up so much and it's laying so nice. I'm very happy with it. I think Besides maybe the shoulders being a little wide, but it's not going to fall off of me. This is kind of a look. Okay, now we have two distinct options. It's kind of perfect. I love the boxy fit. I love that it is short-sleeved. I've knit a lot of tank tops, but my wardrobe really lacks short-sleeved tops. Really comfy, really fun. And that's actually the whole video. I said this was going to be a really casual little vlog wherein I make one project, and that's exactly what it is. I really enjoy making this type of video. I don't think it's anyone's favorite type of video to watch, but it is right now getting me back in the practice of recording and editing more often. And I like in these more casual videos where I can just kind of talk about other stuff in the middle. And sometimes rescue a baby raccoon. That probably won't happen in the next video. No one really knows, but probably not. So don't forget to rest and stretch and take breaks. But as always, go and live your best yarny life, and I will see you next time.